Dear students, welcome to today's class in the subject Structural Mechanics of Semester 3 in Diploma of Civil Engineering courses. So the topic of today's lecture is direct stress. Under direct stress, we should learn various technical terms. The first term is load. Load is basically a set of external forces which is acting on any engineering structural member, and that member subjected to load, the load can be either vertical or horizontal or an oblique load, which we'll learn after this slide. So another term we should know is the common load in engineering applications are basically tension or compression. So tensile load basically is a direct pull type load, and the intention of such load is to stretch the length of a member. And suppose, for example, you can perceive a force which is present in a lifting hoist case, where the weight lifting is going on, and the weight due to gravity tries to pull the rope attached to this member. So this is a type of tensile load case. And another type of load can be a compression load, where the intention of this load is direct push. Pushing means to shorten the length of a member. So for example, you can see a column in a building, a pillar in a building is applied by a vertical load from the upper members, that is maybe a beam or a slab, and that force coming from the beam or slab tries to push the vertical column in a building. So this is a type of compressive load. To assign a sign for each type of load, the common convention is that the tension forces are all taken as positive force and the compression forces are all taken as negative force. If we discuss the various types of load, the way in which the load acts, or the way in which the load stage in various members, the first type is a dead or a static load, which is basically non-fluctuating. It does not vary, and this is a type of self-weight of the material, and this is basically caused by gravity. So this is the first type, dead or a static load. Second type of load is live load, which is a type of dynamic load. It varies from the minimum value to some higher value. So load exerted by a lorry on a bridge, or the traffic on a road, or the people walking on a slab, are all types of live load. The next type of load can be the impact load or shock load. Due to sudden blows, a shock load can be applied. By hammering, you can see we can apply an impact load. Similarly, another type of load is a fatigue or fluctuating load. This is also known as alternating load. The magnitude and sign of the forces changing from time are type of fluctuating load. So by knowing all these basic technical terms, now we should define what is a direct stress. Direct stress in a material is basically experienced by external load and the cross-sectional area of the surface over which this load acts vertically. So this is also known as a normal stress, and it is a ratio of the load and the cross-sectional area normal to the load. The unit of such a stress is Newton per meter square, which is also known as Pascal, denoted as PA. 1 kilopascal means 1000 Pascal. 1 megapascal means 10 to the power 6 Pascal. 1 gigapascal, GPa, is 10 to the power 9 Pascal, and 1 terapascal is 10 to the power 12 Pascals. So these are the various conversion units which we can use. What is the engineering application of direct stress? If you can see an image in the slide, a body, a circular bar, a cylindrical bar is applied by two forces, that is compressive in nature, both the load applied from the top and its reaction from the bottom, both are trying to pushing the member and shorten its length. So this is a type of compressive load, and the cross-sectional area over which this P acts is A. So we have the load P and the cross section area capital A. So by using these two, we can calculate direct stress, that is also known conventional stress or engineering stress or normal stress or transverse stress, you can say. That is the direct stress equal to capital P by capital A. So this simply is very simple ratio of load applied to the area normal to it. So for better understand this direct stress, we have taken a numerical problem. The question is a steel bar 10 mm diameter is loaded with 100 kN tension force. Calculate the direct stress. To begin the solutions, we have to take the given parameters. The given parameters has the diameter of the cross section, and this is 10 mm dia, a cylindrical cross section. So the A is pi d square over 4, D is the diameter, that is 10 mm. So by putting all, you can see 3.14 into 10 to the power 10 mm square divided by 4, and this comes 78.5 mm square. The given tensile load in this case is capital P, that is 100 kN. So by using this, the load and the cross section area, we can find direct stress sigma equal to P by A, that is 110 to the power 3 divided by 78.5, and this comes 1273.88 kN per square millimeter. So this way we have calculated the direct stress for a given question, and we have simply applied the formula for calculating the direct stress, the ratio P by A. So we hope that you have understood the basic definitions of direct stress and this numerical, which is a very simple application of this formula. With this, thank you very much. We will learn further in this chapter in the next lecture. Thank you very much.